Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing kind of like a follow-up video to a video I actually did 4 years ago. I went back and watched some of my old videos and it brought back a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings I was having at the time. So this is going to be a follow-up to my abortion story at 11 weeks. Again, this was 4 years ago when I posted this video. I can still feel the emotion when I go back and watch the video, and I can feel what I was feeling that day. It's a lot to take on, but now I want to do kind of an update video on how I'm handling it now 4 years later, and almost 5 years after the abortion, and kind of if I regret it or kind of how I'm coping with it today. So I would be lying to you guys if I said that I didn't still think about it. I would be lying to you guys if I said that I didn't, sometimes wish that I had kept the pregnancy, or there's all those what ifs of like trying to, finding out if it was a girl or a boy, what it would have been, where that child would be now, how they would have developed. And yeah, so again, I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't think about it, if I didn't have all the 1 million what ifs running through my head. But at the same time, at this point in my life, again, like I have, since that video 4 years ago, I have twin babies now. Well, they're not babies anymore. They're going to be 3 this summer. And I kind of think, like, if I would have kept that pregnancy, then I likely may not have kept this one, or this last one, just because I didn't want to have a herd of children. This is coming from somebody who didn't even want to have one child back when I was 18. I didn't even want to have one. I love children. I really do. It was parenting, the idea of it wasn't for me. I wanted to go to school, I wanted to work, I wanted to, get married and do all these things and travel, but kids just wasn't in the plan for me. And then when I turned 19, I got pregnant for the first time and everything changed. From then, after I had my first child, I always told myself, like, 3 is the limit. 3 is what I wanted. It was what I wanted now. So when this third pregnancy came around, it was just really bad timing for us. Our marriage, like, we're not together anymore, me and my husband, but everything was kind of falling apart for us. It was really toxic. He was cheating on me. This is a lot of stuff that I didn't bring up in the video, but he was cheating on me constantly. It wasn't stopping. I was terrified to have another child with this guy that I knew I wasn't going to be with for the rest of my life. And the idea of doing this all on my own with a newborn was actually quite terrifying. And then I got pregnant with the twins, and it came at a little bit better time. Everything kind of just fell in place for us at the time. And although we were still considering abortion again, just because I had a procedure to make it so I could not get pregnant, and then 8 weeks later, or less than 8 weeks later, I think it was like 6 weeks later, I found out that I was pregnant. So it's not like we're just being unsafe and we're being careless and this is just something that happens and I don't care about it, because I definitely do care about it. And we took all the precautions. I had a procedure to make it so I couldn't get pregnant, and I still got pregnant. And so it kind of just came at a bad time. The twins did as well, but it was a lot better situation than what we were in to begin with the pregnancy that we aborted. So we kept the twins, and then I think it was when the twins were just over a year old, me and my husband split up. And now the twins are with me. They spend some time with him, some time with me. Right now I'm recovering from a major surgery, so they've been gone for about a month, so I have a lot of free time on my hands to do, you know, a lot of thinking and reflecting, and that's why I wanted to redo this video for you guys and just give you an update 4 years later, almost 5 years later, where I stand with it. So yes, I'd be lying to you guys if I said that I didn't still think about it, but thinking about what life would be like with another child added into the mix, that would make it 5 children for me, and honestly, that scares me half to death. I don't think I can do it now by myself. Yes, I have a boyfriend, but he's their stepdad, and we are doing the very best we can. But I just think a 5th child would make everything that much harder. And so I regret the decision to abort rather than maybe adopt or something along those lines. But at the same time, I know that at the time it was the right decision just because of where my marriage was, where my relationship was, where everything was headed, and I really just didn't want to bring a child at all into that situation. And I had some major issues, like emotionally, with the idea of birthing a child and then having to give that child away. I just feel like I would have been kind of obligated at that point, or I would have felt obligated maybe to keep that child because I carried that child for 9 months. I had this bond with this child, and then now I have to give the child away. And I know a lot of people say that, and maybe it's a cop-out, I don't know. But obviously I regret how the abortion happened, and how at the end I didn't have a choice anymore. If you guys want to see if you guys want to see the original abortion story, I will post the link down below and up here for you guys, and you can go and watch that. But essentially I went in for an abortion. I changed my mind going into the operating room, and they put me to sleep, and I woke up not pregnant anymore. And even though I changed my mind, I didn't really have a choice, and I felt violated, and I felt I don't know, I just felt like something really important was stolen from me that day, and I'm never gonna get it back. So moving forward now, even almost 5 years later, I still think about him or her. I still think about what life would possibly be like with another child. I have all boys right now. All my babies are boys. So I always think about the possibility of maybe that was my girl, how they would have grown up, what they would be like, what their personalities would be like, what they would look like, things like that. But I try not to dwell on it because it is a decision that was made, and I know I don't want to be judged in this video because this kind of thing happens all the time, and people have to make these executive decisions, and you know, your body, your choice, and that's how I feel now. Even though going into this whole thing I was really against abortion, I didn't believe in it, I never wanted to be, hang on. I never wanted to be that person that went through with it, but honestly, like, where my relationship was, I kind of feel like I didn't have a choice. So there's that. I'm not gonna say I regret it, because I feel like, again, if I would have went through with that pregnancy, I may not have went through with the pregnancy with the twins, and I don't regret them at all. So I don't know. It's kind of 50-50. It's something I still struggle with, but I keep myself busy. It's not something I dwell on. It's not something, you know, I get really, like, I have bad days, but I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it and dwelling on it, just because I have so much more to look forward to now. If you're kind of faced with making the same decision, make the decision for you. Don't ever make it for a guy or your parents, or worried about what people will think of you, because whether you do or whether you don't, people are going to judge you if you keep a baby that you can't take care of, and people are going to judge you if you abort a baby to them, they might say for no reason. But everybody has their reasonings, everybody has their lives and their stories, and it might just not be the time for you. So there's that. But as a definite answer and a definite kind of decision, no, I don't regret my decision. I wish things would have happened differently. I wish the doctors were a little bit nicer, and I wish I wish I didn't feel so violated about the whole situation, because I feel like that's the part that I regret the most, is the fact that they kind of took the choice away from me. Other than that, I mean, I'm just getting on with life and enjoying what I have now, and yes, I still think about it, but I don't lose sleep over it anymore. I don't fall into these dark places anymore. I'm just happy with how things are now. But yeah, so that's my update video on the abortion story. I am doing much better. I kind of just wanted to fill you guys in on like what I was going through at the time with my husband that I couldn't share at the time. And yeah, so I will have another couple videos going up in the next couple of days that I have planned out to kind of just update things that I've done in the past. So if you guys want to keep updated with those, then you can subscribe down below and hit the bell if you want to be notified when I post more videos. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.